Hello all and welcome back to the channel. Here I will be telling my stories. Some will be creative and some will be real happenings. It's up to you to decide which you want to believe. Let's get started. Today's story is called Supernatural Road Trip Part 3. As we left the canyon, I knew that our journey had brought closure to Kaya and her family, and we had helped protect the reservation from the malevolent skinwalker. It was a powerful reminder that the supernatural world was not always one of terror, but also of resilience and triumph. With each new destination on my road trip, I delved deeper into the mysteries of the supernatural, confronting its dark and light aspects alike. My fascination has become a lifelong commitment, and I continue to explore the unexplained, always prepared for the next adventure that awaits me on this winding, perilous path. My journey through the supernatural world led me to an ancient town nestled in the heart of Eastern Europe. This town, with its cobblestone streets and centuries-old architecture, had a secret that had been passed down through generations, a legend of a cursed forest inhabited by beings known as the Eclipsari. The Eclipsari were said to be supernatural entities that could control the very fabric of time and space. They were believed to emerge from the depths of the cursed forest only during rare solar eclipses, and their motives were shrouded in mystery. As I arrived in the town, I could feel the weight of centuries of superstition and fear in the air. The locals spoke of the forest with hushed voices, warning against venturing too close to its dark depths, especially during the impending solar eclipse. My curiosity was piqued, and I couldn't resist the allure of the unknown. I checked into a quaint inn run by an elderly woman named Ludmilla, who had lived in the town her entire life. She shared stories of the Eclipsari, recounting the legends of people who had entered the forest during eclipses and never returned. One evening, as the town buzzed with anticipation for the approaching eclipse, I met a young woman named Natalia. She was different from the others, unafraid of the forest's curse, and she believed that the Eclipsari held the key to unraveling the mysteries of time itself. Natalia was a scientist, and she had dedicated her life to studying the supernatural. She believed that the Eclipsari were not malevolent, but misunderstood beings who possessed knowledge beyond imagination. She had devised a plan to enter the forest during the eclipse and make contact with them. Intrigued by her determination, I offered to accompany Natalia on her quest to unlock the secrets of the Eclipsari. As the day of the eclipse approached, we prepared ourselves with research, protective charms, and a deep sense of apprehension. The day arrived, and the town fell into eerie silence as the moon began to pass in front of the sun. The sky darkened, and a palpable tension hung in the air as Natalia and I made our way to the edge of the cursed forest. As the eclipse reached its peak, a strange energy filled the air. Shadows danced among the trees, and an eerie, almost musical hum emanated from the depths of the forest. It was a surreal and disorienting experience. Natalia led the way, guided by a sense of purpose that seemed to transcend the natural world. We entered the heart of the forest, and there, amidst the shifting shadows, we encountered the Eclipsari. They appeared as ethereal beings, shimmering with an otherworldly glow. Their eyes held the knowledge of millennia, and their presence resonated with an ancient wisdom. They communicated with us not through words, but through a shared consciousness that transcended language. Natalia asked them questions about time, the universe, and the mysteries of existence, and they responded with insights that challenged the very foundations of human understanding. It was a profound and humbling experience, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and reverence in their presence. As the eclipse waned, the Eclipsari retreated into the depths of the forest, their message delivered. We left the cursed forest, forever changed by our encounter with the supernatural beings. Natalia and I returned to the town, where the eclipse had ended, and life resumed its normal pace. We knew that the knowledge we had gained was a double-edged sword, and we vowed to use it responsibly, to seek answers to the greatest questions of existence, while respecting the boundaries of the natural and supernatural worlds. My journey continued, but the encounter with the Eclipsari remained etched in my memory as a testament to the boundless mysteries of the supernatural. Each destination brought new challenges and revelations, and I knew that the road ahead would be filled with both terror and wonder, as I continued to explore the uncharted realms of the supernatural. My next destination led me to the misty, fog-covered moors of England, where tales of ancient druids and spectral apparitions were woven into the very fabric of the land. I had heard whispers of a place known as the Druids' Glen, a secluded valley where the spirits of the past were said to linger, guarding secrets as old as time. Arriving in the nearby village, I was met with curious glances and cautious smiles. The locals, deeply connected to their history and traditions, held a mixture of reverence and fear for the Druids' Glen. They spoke of a mystical ceremony, the Rite of the Lost Souls, performed by the Druids during the full moon, and how it had bound them to the land for eternity. My curiosity and thirst for knowledge compelled me to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Druids' Glen. I found lodging in an old, quaint inn, run by a man named Samuel, whose family had lived in the village for generations. Samuel had an air of quiet wisdom about him, and was willing to share the village's ancient legends. One evening, as I sat by the hearth in the inn's cozy common room, a hooded figure entered, shrouded in mystery. Her name was Eliana, and she was a descendant of the Druids who had once inhabited the Druids' Glen. She claimed to possess knowledge of the forgotten rituals, and sought to uncover the truth behind the Rite of the Lost Souls. Eliana spoke of a prophecy that foretold the release of the lost souls from their eternal prison during an upcoming lunar eclipse. She believed that by performing the rite once more, she could free the spirits and allow them to find peace at last. Her determination resonated with me, and I offered my assistance in her quest. We spent weeks researching the ancient Druidic rites, deciphering cryptic symbols, and gathering the necessary materials. As the lunar eclipse approached, the village watched with a mixture of trepidation and hope. The night of the eclipse arrived, and the moon cast an eerie, blood-red glow over the moors. Eliana and I ventured into the Druids' Glen, carrying torches and an air of anticipation. The atmosphere was charged with an otherworldly energy, and the ancient stones that dotted the glen seemed to pulse with life. Eliana led the way, her knowledge of the rituals guiding us through the intricate steps. We chanted incantations in the long-forgotten Druidic language, and offered herbs and sacred relics to the spirits. The air grew colder, and the moans of the lost souls filled the valley. As the eclipse reached its zenith, a powerful surge of energy coursed through the glen. The spirits of the past materialized before us, their faces etched with centuries of longing and sorrow. They were neither malevolent nor benevolent, but rather trapped in a timeless limbo. Eliana beseeched the spirits to find peace and move on from their eternal torment. With a collective sigh, they began to dissipate, their ethereal forms gradually fading into the moonlit mist. It was a hauntingly beautiful sight, as if the very fabric of time itself had been momentarily unraveled. The lunar eclipse ended, and the Druids' Glen fell silent once more. Eliana and I stood in awe, having borne witness to a profound moment of supernatural release. The villagers, who had watched from a distance, felt a profound shift in the energy of the land. As we returned to the village, I realized that the encounter with the Druids' Glen had been a reminder that the supernatural world held not only terror, but also the potential for healing and closure. Eliana and I parted ways, knowing that our paths would continue to intersect with the mysteries of the unknown. My journey was far from over, and with each destination, I delved deeper into the enigmatic realms of the supernatural. As I ventured forth into the uncharted territories of the paranormal, I remained ever vigilant, prepared to face whatever secrets and challenges lay ahead. Thank you for being here. That was all for today. If you liked this story or any of the stories, feel free to like, share, and/or subscribe. See y'all in the next one.